It's almost October and I am very excited. The weather is finally cooling down, Halloween is basically here already, and it's my birthday month. I'm hoping for lots of comfy, cozy evenings, so I'm building up a little set of cozy games that are on the darker side of things. Not necessarily scary, but just more of an unsettling tone. You know, mysterious and spooky, a little dark, a little gloomy, but perfect for burrowing in the couch with blankets, sweaters, and candles. A fair word of warning, a lot of these games do have some trigger warnings, so if you're interested in any of them, just make sure to check out the store page to get an idea of if this game is actually right for you. This game has a very special place in my heart because it is one of the first games I did a playthrough of on my channel, and it instantly became one of my favorites. It's a cozy little mystery game where you play as Sophie, a hotel maid in the 1950s. While you do clean, you also get to do a little snooping through guest belongings, finding secrets among their dirty laundry. You'll have to solve puzzles and do some detective work to find what links the guests together. Did I mention it's a whodunit? That's right, people, we're solving a murder and your choices matter. There's around 25 variations to the way this game could end. I honestly loved this game so much and had so much fun snooping with Sophie and gossiping with my coworkers as I worked to figure out who was the culprit. This game is available on PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. If you've ever wanted the quiet life of a delivery person in a definitely normal town with definitely normal residents, this is the game for you. I feel like the simple visuals of Easy Delivery Co. really lend to the eerie atmosphere. It's honestly a relaxing game as you just drive and settle into the vibes, delivering orders in this snowy mountain village where there is nothing strange happening here at all. For sure, the devs promised. I will say that driving in this game is actually fun, and I hate driving in games. I hate it. But whether you're on the quiet town streets or ripping through corners on a windy road, it's a good time, especially with a great soundtrack keeping you company. I think this game has a relatively melancholic atmosphere, but it doesn't feel like it's oppressive in any way. I saw some people say the game felt a little repetitive, but sometimes that's what I'm looking for. Something that I can zone out with a bit in the evenings. Easy Delivery Co. is available on Steam, but you can download the demo on itch.io as well. I think at this point, Dredge needs no introduction. It's very popular and has been featured on many lists at this point, but it is perfect for the spooky vibes. This is a cosmic horror fishing adventure, so while you are exploring the waters on your trawler and spending your days fishing, there's also a sinister undertone throughout the game. There's plenty of exploring to do in your new home, a remote archipelago known as the Marrows, and you'll get to dredge the depths for secrets and deep-sea creatures while completing quests. There's additional islands to visit, all with their own secrets and creatures to discover, but you should definitely try to make it home before dark. There's nothing too friendly in these waters. Dredge is available on Steam and is Steam Deck verified, PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch. I love the old traditional fairy tales. I like them a little dark. Definitely more of the Brothers Grimm vibes than Disney vibes. And I think there's some great lessons in the original tales. Wytchwood does a great job, in my opinion, of blending that eerie atmosphere and darker twists with the casual, cozy element of crafting and collecting. You play as a crotchety old witch who wears a cauldron on her head, and while you would prefer to spend the rest of your life unbothered in your cottage, unfortunately, you made a deal with a goat and you have to collect souls for him. This means you're sent on a variety of quests in order to meet the people whose souls you'll need. I love the art style of this game. I think it looks like a beautifully illustrated storybook, which just fits in nicely with the fairy tale theme. I do think that this is a game meant to be played over the course of a few days, like an hour here or there, as this one does get a little repetitive with the grind if you just try to blast through it. Wytchwood is available on Steam and is Steam Deck verified, PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch. I can't help it, guys. I love cleaning sims. There is something so relaxing to me about getting things perfectly cleaned, and it's even better when there's a story involved. Crime Scene Cleaner is perfect for me. I can put this on whenever. Watching a movie, listening to music, literally whatever I'm doing, and it is perfect for a chill evening. There's no time limit, no enemies, you're literally just providing cleaning services for the mob. There are some levels that explore some darker themes even within the overall theme of the game, but I think it's still relatively light on the horror factor. I will say though, as someone who gets scared way too easily, and also with an overactive imagination, I did scare myself a couple times. There's no reason, I just felt like something was waiting for me around a corner, which yes, made me feel a little silly. I think the story in this game is actually engaging. I was also curious just to hear your boss's explanations for why you were sent on another job. Plus, you end every evening going back to your apartment and spending time with your dog. If you want to amp up the scare factor, you can check out Nightmare Mode, which basically introduces twisted versions of the levels with some additional chills and thrills. If you like offbeat cozy games, I would highly recommend checking it out. Crime Scene Cleaner is available on PC and Xbox. Yes, I know this game has been recommended a lot everywhere. I hear you. But I honestly think this is great for October nights. The aesthetic is just perfect for an autumn evening. Night in the Woods is an adventure game that's focused on story, exploration, and character, and I felt deeply connected to it. I think that this game does an incredible job of balancing dark humor and sarcasm with deep introspection, transitioning seamlessly between scenes of irony and anguish. May has recently returned to her small rural town after dropping out of college and dealing with the mixed emotions that come with returning home, all while solving a mystery and reconnecting with friends. This game tackles some mental health issues, and I found it incredibly cathartic to play as someone who also ended up returning to their small rural town and wrestling with all the feelings that brought. Night in the Woods is available on PC, is Steam Deck verified, and is also available on PlayStation and Xbox. By now, you know that I love cooking and I enjoy management sims, and my definition of cozy borders a little bit on the macabre. Ravenous Devils is like the perfect blend of all of this. If you love Sweeney Todd, this will definitely be right up your alley, because it is essentially just what this game is. Obviously, because of the subject matter, this game does feature gore. You play as Percival and Hildred, a couple who have moved to a lovely new city with no other goal than to make tons of money. While I can definitely relate to that, their business is a little unorthodox. As Percival, you'll manage the tailor shop, greeting customers that are in search of new clothes. You'll only help them meet their maker though, since you'll take care of them and send them off to their new life, while also stealing their clothes for some extra material because recycling is always important. Their new life is Hildred's responsibility, as you'll be using your fresh meat supply to create pub grub for your customers. There are resource management and upgrade components to consider, and you'll also want to make sure and build your reputation up among the town and your customers and throw off someone who might know your secret. Ravenous Devils is available on PC, is Steam Deck verified, and is also available on the PlayStations, the Xboxes, and Nintendo Switch. So this one is kind of cheating because it's not out yet, but it fits the theme so perfectly it just had to be included. Grave Seasons is an upcoming farming sim with a dark secret. Someone in the town is a supernatural serial killer. This game is absolutely dripping with dark humor and intrigue, exactly what I'd expect from something that focuses on a darker twist. I love the sarcasm and wit that the characters have shown, and because you're solving a mystery before the whole town ends up belly up, there's definitely lots to do in the middle of your daily farming duties. Usually in farming sims, I start to get a little bored because they fail to really hold my interest, but I love the idea of Grave Seasons. Instead of being passed down the farming life from your relative, you're just trying to rebuild your life after escaping from prison. There's also relationship options, and you influence the narrative here. What you do or don't do will affect how the story plays out, including the friendships you cultivate and who you decide to romance, even if it's the killer. I'd recommend getting this one on your wish list to keep an eye on it. I feel like this list was hard to narrow down because there are so many good dark cozy games. If you guys have recommendations that blend a cozier experience with a darker theme or twist, or even just fun supernatural elements, let me know. Have you played any on the list so far? Which was your favorite? As always, thank you guys for hanging out, and I will see you all in the next video.